Who needs a new shooting target? This week, we're giving away a Sportscreen shooting tarp and an ultimate off-ice kit for your home. Jump on this one early, my friends. It's going to go quick. Welcome back to the Wraparound Roundtable. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Wraparound Roundtable. You know how it goes. Innovative hockey people and products in about 10 minutes. And today's hockey friend is Russ Lennon, co-founder of Sportscreen, who is gracious enough to provide this incredible giveaway. Make sure to listen for the code and enter it over at hockeywraparound.com. It's going to appear at the top of the screen. If you're watching this at some point, you can fast forward if you want. Just make sure you go back and listen. Russ, we are excited to have you here today. Thanks for joining us on the Roundtable.
Yep. Thanks, Lee. I'm very glad to be here, and I love the energy of your show and looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, we love your product, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to bring it on this year, because it really is something that I think at first glance, people don't know fully what it does. You started the company in 2010, 14 years in business is admirable, my friend. How did Sportscreen come about, and what is your goal with it? Literally and figuratively, I guess, on that one.
Yeah, well, the Sportscreen it was created by my partner and I, Mark, just for the deep love of hockey and the fact that we grew up in Canada and we're both grew up shooting pucks and destroying our parents' garage doors and walls and so forth. And when both of us had young kids that were again going to repeat the same issue, and we both decided we had to find some sort of solution for this. But at the same time, we didn't want to discourage the kids to be able to continue to shoot pucks and get outside and have fun with it. So we came up with the idea, but it had to be something convenient.
Right.
And the Sportscreen brings that in terms of being able to roll up and out of the way, so you can still carry on with your life as usual, but also the kids can use the product quite frequently and regularly. And it had to be able to stand up to real pucks. Otherwise, we weren't helping with the improvements on the ice. So.
I'll tell you this right now. I remember having to replace 2 garage windows. And at one point, we had a shelf in there that I took a slap shot one time. The whole thing collapsed. I remember going to my father and saying, "Dad, I broke the garage." And he just came out and he kind of said nicely, "Clean that up. No more slap shots." Yeah. And that's when I realized I was getting a little too strong to be shooting in the garage. But what I love about what you said, buddy, is that you've made some aspects of this that separate it from just a normal tarp, right? There's a lot of shooting systems on the market. There's a lot of tarps that come down and they stay down. You kind of alluded to it and said it. Yours is set apart because of the nature it retracts, and there's different options with that. Can you dive into that about what makes this one unique?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny when you invent a product like this, you start to see the benefits as you use it more and more.
Right.
And as things went on, we started to realize, like, I had kids playing rep hockey, and you got to be at the rink an hour before, and they're waiting for mom and dad to rush home to get them in the car and rush them to the rink. But while that's happening, they can be out in the driveway shooting pucks and then just roll it up and jump in the car. So you can have a 5-minute session just warming up your hands or getting some shots in versus going out and spending the entire day with your buddies playing ball hockey or using pucks and shooting. And you can, like I said, you can unload and take slap shots. We've have these units right up to the pro levels.
Right.
Pucks. So, yeah.
And I want to reiterate for those of you listening, it goes down and comes up. It's like a shade. There's different options. There's electrical versions. There's crank versions of this. But that is the feature of this, aside from the obvious that it can catch pucks, you can shoot, there's targets. That's so great for families, right? It's something that everyone can kind of use. And I think that's a really important aspect that we bring forward today. I have one at my house. We love it. It's an obvious solution. I love it. You talked about the kids walking home from school. It gives them something to do, something to strive for. It really does make this a great solution for a hockey family.
Yeah, and just the soft benefits of from a family perspective, it actually gives shade to your garage, gives some privacy. Parents like it because they can protect their vehicles and all the contents of the garage too when the door's open versus closed. So yeah, and the targets are interchangeable, and they can actually be moved inside. So the target can hang on either side of the product. So if you got a rainy day or really cold weather, you can still
That's a great
get the
point.
kids outside and they can continue to shoot pucks and in the inclement weather. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even think about that, but now that you mention it, you can do that. It's really innovative, right? Like I've had tarps in the past. I mean, the tarp is the tarp. It stays where it stays.
yeah,
You got to use zip ties to put it up, and if you want to move it, it's not a fun process, right? You got
yeah,
to do this thing doesn't work that way, and that's why we love that you wanted to come on the show. All right, for those of you listening, we move these shows along pretty quickly. I could talk all day, but we love what you've built here. You
thanks.
need the code word. You got to go over to hockeywraparound.com right now. It starts when this is published. It lasts for a week. You will see the Sportscreen Wraparound Roundtable thing right at the top. You click on that. You go there. You fill out the form. You get a code word, and the code word you have to enter in is, my friend,
Play more.
love it. Playmore, Playmore.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the code to activate your admission into this. We are going to be giving one of these away. We're also, as I said, we're adding on a Hockey Wraparound Ultimate Off-Ice Kit, which includes a wraparound, a green biscuit, and a roll of tape. So if you win this, you've literally got everything you need to play. That's it.
That's
You can
right.
go outside. You won't destroy your stick. You'll have a puck. You'll have the tape. You'll have the sports screen. It doesn't get much better than that. Just moving this along, buddy. One of the things we like to ask on this show,
Sure.
and this show celebrates small to medium-sized businesses. These are family-run and operated things. You and I are both in that world. Tell me about your team. Tell me about the people involved in this that kind of make the day-to-day happen.
Yeah, we're a small but dedicated team. We're all passionate about sports and especially hockey. We're fully aligned with our mission to get more kids outside and playing. We take a lot of pride in producing high-quality products, and we take our R&D seriously in all aspects. That's how we came up with the actual materials that we use. We do have a 2-year warranty based on that, so we pride ourselves in that. Our marketing teams works to build exposure and create partnerships, while our sales and customer service team handles everything from distributor relations to customer inquiries. We answer the phones Monday to Friday. We have people that'll talk people through any issues they might have. Sometimes even after hours calls we'll take, but generally they're few and far between. But yeah, we have a great passionate team. We're all just enjoying everything that we do with this product. So
yeah, man, the hockey community, the hockey families, even the hockey business people, it is a special world. I mean, there's just a layer of accountability and respect that I think you find when you find other people working in this world. And I love it, man. That was great that you said that. And I want to ask one more question we ask of everybody. You've been in the business 14 years. That's longer than me. So you are mentoring me right now, including the entire audience here. Do you have an inspirational or motivational quote, thought, message that you can share to our audience, whether it be, kids learning to play hockey or even parents and coaches maybe that have an entrepreneurial spirit? What kind of message do you have for us today?
Well, I guess maybe cliche a little bit, but to all the hockey players and families out there, remember greatness is built one shot at a time. Gretzky used to say, or once said, 100% of shots that miss the net don't go in. So really it comes down to, we're just an extension to the rink. You get the opportunity to shoot more pucks. We've got lots of proof in the past of people that have had our product over the years and have made it to the higher levels. Not that that's what it's always about, but the other thing that we pride ourselves in is getting kids off the TV screen and onto the sports screen. Getting exercise, getting outdoors, we find is actually the most, that's the biggest benefit we find to our product.
Well, I don't care if any of that's cliche because I love hearing those quotes. It's never cliche to quote Gretzky in my mind, right?
Yeah.
It's the way to do it. I'll also say this too for my father, who I hope you're listening to this podcast this year. I wish we had this back in the 90s because I would take 1,000 shots a day and a lot of stuff got broken, as I said in the beginning of the episode. We could have used this back then, but that's well over 14 years ago, my friend.
Yeah.
We were just so again, for those of you who want to enter into this, they've been very gracious. They're giving us a sports screen to give away. We're going to add on a Hockey Wraparound Ultimate Off-Ice Kit. All you have to do to enter it right now, hockeywraparound.com. Click on the link. You will not miss it when you land on the webpage to enter into this. The code word, once again, is PLAYMORE, Playmore. Jump on it. You only got a week. You might have less than a week when you're hearing this. Russ, thanks so much for joining us today. This has been a great interview.
Yeah, thanks, Lee. I appreciate it, and it was a great time.
Goes both ways. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you on the next episode of the Wraparound Roundtable. Take care, everybody.